Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, and all the drama has led up to this point, the first round of the 12-team playoff. And a home field advantage for one side. This place is rocking. This is a very intriguing matchup. One team that earned the right to host this game and enjoyed tremendous crowd support against another team that slipped into the playoff, trying to establish a tradition now of upsets in the first round of the CFP. As we'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the number 8 seed in the playoff, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And the playoff is here. We've got a tremendous on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this one started. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job on this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Getting set. It's second down. Quarterback drops back. He's moving out of the pocket. Quarterback looking to scramble. Football comes out. It bounces past the sideline, out of bounds, and they avoid the turnover there.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
There's the handoff. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to pass this time. Going to try to use his legs here. Well, for the first, but still going. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And looking to throw now on first down. Catch is made down the middle. And he goes down after a huge gain. This offense is clicking now.
Well, that's a great job of working the middle of the field by this quarterback, and he picks up big yards.
And the crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. How about this on first and goal? A handoff to the receiver. And he'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. This offense comes out, immediately gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepared for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he's tackled just short of the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. And he drops back in the gun. He's moving out of the pocket now. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. And he goes down right there. That's more than enough for a 1st down.
Chris, how about this? I mean, there's nobody open initially. He rolls out to be able to get out of the pocket away from the pressure and eventually finds the big tight end for those positive yards in that 1st down.
And there's the handoff. He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense take. Are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Same tailback, another carry. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole, positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your 1st-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Off play action. He's looking to throw. He stays alive. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It has been a tough 1st half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the 2nd half.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. PAT is good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Catch made on the right side. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Right, the defense, great job. They win this battle. Trying to contain the tight end in the passing game can be very difficult in today's game. But they did it in a big way there.
Went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. From the shotgun, drops back. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense.
Boy, how fortunate is the Florida defensive coordinator when you can rely on speed and quickness like this on the defensive line. No need to blitz. You don't have to bring those linebackers when you have the tradition and speed and excellence on the defensive line like these Florida Gators have.
We begin the quarter with a crucial play, offense setting up for this third down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Using his legs on the scramble. Looking to make a play deep downfield.
Most offensive coaches, they're going to be happy taking those 50-50 shots against man. But I'm curious to see if they're going to test this defensive back again because of the excellent coverage he's having out there.
When he's got some space here. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the Florida offense retakes the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Inside the 40 now. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
And I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
Trying to create outside the pocket now. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
They'll try to add the lead now to the PAT. The extra point is good, so it's 14-7. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Pass caught.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Pass caught. Second down now. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. Makes the catch downfield. The gain is good enough for a first down near the 38.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Split backfield here. Ball handed off. Gets into space at the 50. And a huge gain across midfield, all the way to the 40-yard line. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
And the Huskers will line up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Boy, Chris, this back is so talented. Picks up another first down. The Nebraska faithful love to see the ball in his hands, just like they love to see the backs over the years. Think about T.O., Tom Osborne, when he had the backs going, Mike Rozier and Lawrence Phillips and Amon Green, Roger Craig going way back. More recently, Amir Abdullah, Rex Burkhead. Boy, oh boy, they've had some fun backs to watch.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
They'll go with the ground game there. Running back takes the handoff.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense looking to throw the ball. The pass rush closing in. Well, that was exciting, but no one to throw to. Eventually goes down.
That's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressures. I think that's their second sack of this game. And this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He's going to take off here. And it's complete downfield. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. The officials make the easy call. Quarterback was well past line of scrimmage before throwing the ball. So on 4th down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. And he's made it from 50 yards out, showing off the deep range.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. First down here for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. Looking to throw it on first down. Launches downfield. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Defense is coming after him. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Good protection there. Now finally throws it to the right. Oh, he makes the catch out of the 10. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Battling down near the goal line, but loses the football. And the ball will bounce out of bounds, so they avoid the turnover. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Time ticking away. Time for just 1 more play before halftime. They're going to run the option. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Huskers.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
Lining up to try the extra point. And the extra point makes it a 17-14 lead. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. One more play before they head to the locker room. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. There's a screen pass to the running back. Finds room at the 30. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. Meta's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Cornhuskers will kick this away to start the second half. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Gators offense retakes the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Tackle made after a solid game. They'll spot the ball for 31.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, you wonder if the receiver adjusted his route to get closer to that first down line. Whatever he did, it works. Move the sticks.
The Gators line up on 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. He's escaping the pocket now. Decides not to throw it and will take an enormous loss on this sack.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Now the offense faces 3rd and long from the 30. Can they convert and get a drive going? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And he fires the football to the right side. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th. And the Gators will bring their punt team on the field now. He's on to boot it away now. And it's taken at the 25. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Spins away from defenders. Runs into the teeth of that defense, picks up just a couple yards.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down play coming up. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Using his legs here. Only a short gain in that run. Defense able to pen him in. Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack.
Well, I'll say this defense went in at halftime, made some adjustments, and they look like a different group here in these first few plays.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? They'll try the ground game here with the running back. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. And the quarterback dropping back. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside. Not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
The pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, just what they wanted. They've got a chance to make a huge play. Everybody does their job. Great route. Quarterback puts it right on the money, and he just drops it.
Second down play coming up for this offense. They'll hand it off. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
The Gators pick up enough yardage for a first down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Well, the offense goes with a counter play here, and the defense does a pretty good job of slowing it down. Again, you got to be disciplined on defense. Just when you think they're running on the front side, they run that counter play, and you better be home on the back side.
Important second down play coming up.
Nebraska 17, Florida 14.
They'll run it here. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
The offense has had really good rhythm in this drive, running the ball, throwing the football. Seems like every play has been positive yards until that stop right there by the defense.
They come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive going. Can the defense get a stop here? And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Physical run, breaks through a tackle. And they bring him down at the 5. Solid gain, though, in the completion.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends, they're really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You could see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. And they'll claim the fourth quarter lead. But Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Going after, not right through. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Moves the ball out across the 30, and it's good for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
A solid run, good for first down yardage. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Quick throw, complete to the tight end. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Nowhere to run up the middle. Empty set now, 5 wide receivers. Second down, we're going to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. Fires it to the wideout. And the senior quarterback puts a little bit too much on the throw.
Chris, you see what happens when you try to squeeze it into double coverage. An incompletion is probably the best result you can hope for, because an interception is the most likely outcome when you're throwing the ball into the crowd.
On third down, he drops to throw. And they heave it deep downfield. Caught right near the sideline for a big gain.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
The Cornhuskers lining up here on 1st and 10. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Brought down at the 3-yard line, but this offense now has a 1st down and goal right there. The Huskers will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Touchdown, Nebraska. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter. Now the crucial PAT to stretch the lead to a field goal. And the kick is good. A 3-point game now in the 4th quarter. It's all up to the defense. Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Florida offense retakes the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, moving right down the field for a touchdown. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Second down after that previous play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. They bring it down to the 38, but that's good enough for 1st down.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. It's a quick grab. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the 1st half. They go right back to him again. We can see the 2nd half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put his safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Looking to throw it again. Launching it downfield. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return, but the pick will set up the offense at the 35.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now, all there is to do is run out the clock and walk out of here with a W.
Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. Great job by the defense there preserving the 3-point lead. But now in the 4th quarter, this is a crucial possession for this offense. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Cornhuskers looking to just run the clock out here in the final minute. And now the running back's got it again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
The offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now. The Cornhuskers will have to kick this away. And he boots it high into the air. And he doesn't field it cleanly. The ball is loose. The offense falls on the fumble. Each possession. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.